Hi guys, it's me, Ruowen Huang. Before I begin, let me first introduce myself. My name is Ruowen Huang. I'm an author, spirit coach, and also a psychic. In this particular episode, I want to talk about Fairy 101. That is to assume you do see them and you don't know what are you going to do if you see one. So, for many of you who do not see, I don't know what else I can do for you, but in this very particular episode is assuming you do see them and then you don't know what to do with them. In the previous episode, I have already mentioned before, fairies are usually the production of two conscious existence interacted and then sprout a new existence. So usually based on the way they look or the shape they are or their lifespan, you can roughly understand what they like, what's their mixture or what create them. So if this existence contain humans' conscious mind, most likely they will have a human shape. If they simply have nothing to do with human, it may be, mind you, human is not the only existence under the universe. It could be anything else. It could be all kind of animal. It could be some insect. It could be anything. As long as it can grow and it have soul, it have conscious in it, it most likely will have ability to sprout something new. So based on assuming you do see fairy and then you don't know why are you seeing them and why all of a sudden you see them all over the place and you don't know what they are or etc. Such guideline would help you to understand what they are. So based on their look and the shape, you will most likely understand what create them or where they come from. You can also understand, if you do understand the nature and you understand their habitat, you understand their behavior, that will also help you to kind of guess or roughly guess what's their lifespan. As I say, fairies' lifespan can go from a week to all the way years, or could be possibly even older than human beings. So it really depending on what's their core, like what create them, etc. So Fairy 101, if you do see them, based on their look, based on their size, based on their shape, that will help you determine their habit, because their habit would be very similar to their creator or what their original source is, and then their lifespan would as well. Now you will be questioning, why am I seeing them? Because I don't understand. How would that contribute to my life, or how will that make any difference by seeing them? Well, in my personal opinion, I do realize throughout years I go to different areas, seeing all kind of different fairies. It's like understanding the nature. It's like you constantly being an observer position, studying how the nature work and studying how the habitat works, and understand. It really open your mind for a different world, because you all of a sudden understand we human are not the only existent on the world. So you understand fairy usually are there to help things grow better. So if you want to look in a perception, it's more like a nutrition to whatever that source is. Then again, based on studying them, you will most likely understand what it is that they will benefit to. So if you do see them, now since it's Fairy 101, I'm just going to assume you all see them. So based on the shape, based on the look, sometimes you will see water fairy, sometimes you will see air fairy, sometimes you will see tree fairy, you will see something that look like human. Most of you will assume they look like human. The one that does contain human shape, they most likely will hang around the area that human tend to be around or go there or something. Like they tend to be hang around in the area there where human got existent, but I would say more remote place, that where hardly any human there, you most likely will encounter the fairy that that doesn't look like human at all. And as a fairy continue grow, or the energy or their conscious continue growing, they most likely will then develop into what you call goblin, troll, or elf, etc. So all those kind of things that vibrate in a higher rate. So I will say, since they are closer to human, especially those one that does have partially contain human conscious, you most likely will be able to see them. So if you see them, my advice to you is don't freak out, don't panic. Let yourself become an observer. That will allow you to understand how things work. And you will also have a new perception of how human thought interact with tree. Why is this fairy study this fairy behaving this way? Why is their lifespan go this long? It will give you an opportunity to really studying them. By understanding their habitat, by understanding their behavior, you will somehow, some way understand how humans energy can interact with such species. Either it's animal, or either it's a plant, or either it is whatever that is, right? So anyway, those are just for many of you who are curious and interested. Say, I do see one and I don't understand why I'm seeing one. I would say most likely, as I mentioned in the previous episode, every skill that you were given, everything that you are able to see, most likely you will have a potential to discover a way to bring it all together. Does that make sense? Like, you may not know how yet, because you may just start seeing them, but most likely you have a potential to bring it together in the end. So, but that always take you to observe it first, understand it first, and then you will know in the natural habitats, what can I do to bring all the nature to its harmony. So those are something that I would give advice to. If many of you, if you do see, don't freak out, don't panic. They might come and talk to you. They might try to do something that you don't understand. But just like a butterfly fly to you, you ain't gonna freak out, right? Well, I hope you don't. But, you know, really understand that feeling. I would say most of fairy are like that. I mean, some noisier, some are noisy, some are quieter. I don't know, but most likely they bring you a gift that you will understand. A lot of time, it's not an existence thing that can benefit all those nature. It could be a thought, it could be a mind, it could be, you know, all those intangible thing that is bring everything together to this world. And then that will bring you more awareness to the generation we are entering. So again, if you like what I'm doing, you can always join me live on Facebook, or go to subscribe my YouTube channel or my website at ruowen.com. Till then, next time. Bye now.